Me did the chua, and maybe I'm discovered for you, Pakuma Busia for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye mapim. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka komo abusuya for Ghana fa na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Now I am so happy to the extent that I don't even know how to describe my happiness. Now someone will ask, why is Sammy Flex so happy? I'm happy because the regional award schemes are really growing. Trust me, none of them is doing something below standard. They are all doing it to the top. And one that I've been part of and always proud to be part of is the Western Music Awards. They have been doing it so special. I keep telling my people that if there is one regional award scheme organizers that we can give them the national to organize, it will be about these guys at the Western Music Awards. They have been doing it and doing it so perfectly. For information, Saturday, 20th August 2022 is the D-Day for another Western Music Awards to be happening in Takoradi. Sammy Flex TV already. We are on our way to the Western region to experience and to witness this particular edition. And I know that we have some surprises coming up. Who is likely to win Artist of the Year and who is also likely to win the New Artist of the Year. Already I've seen Shashamali advertising that he is going to be there. I've seen Keche also advertising that they are going to be there. And I know your favorite artist from the Western region is surely going to be there. And we are also going to be there. I have one of their executive members here. Kwesi Kumsin will be talking to us about preparation so far and what we should expect. And again, who are the people on board as sponsors this time around? Because I know one thing that they have been always talking about and preaching about is to get that firm sponsorship for the scheme. And not even Western Music Awards alone, with all the schemes around Ghana. And we are going to have a conversation on this. Sammy Flex is my name. I want to say thanks to Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, and Yala PG. They are the guys behind the scenes, making sure anytime I sit here, I'll be able to give you the content that you need to watch. Kwesi Kumsin speaks for the organization, and they are the real guys behind the Western Music Awards. Kwesi, congratulations.
Thank you. It's been 6 years already.
Yeah.
I remember when we started, we were in touch with you and the journey. So, first of all, I want to express our greatest gratitude for the support for 6 years.
6 years.
It started like a joke, like a dream. We weren't sure what we're doing. Is it? I mean, 6 years. The journey has been.
How has the journey been like? Like 1 year, second year. Take us through it too.
Yeah, so we have this segment in the awards called Journey So Far, and every time we are telling the journey so far, it feels like a dream because every year I remember even when COVID started, it was to do or not to do. Okay. So the team was divided at the table. We weren't sure if we be able to do it because funds, even before COVID, pre-COVID, we were struggling with sponsorship and more, and sponsorship bit during COVID, you can imagine. Okay. So we weren't too sure if we were to do. First edition, we had sponsorship, second edition, third edition, fourth, fifth, and even in the COVID season, that was when we didn't have any sponsorship anyway. So that was the most challenging part of the whole organization. Okay. But thankfully, we had the regional ministers, we had the MPs in the Western region, some of the supporting organizations we've had so far coming on board again. and that made the magic. And the people of Western Region, they've always been there. And support like Sammy Flex TV. You've been there since your other place till now. I mean, the journey has been interesting.
I know. The organization structure, tell us about it. Who are the people behind it, the main brains behind it?
All right, so Emmanuel Ampabin is the main brain behind it. I remember he
and
put
what
us
company name?
Westline Entertainment.
Westline Entertainment.
So he started putting us together. He started scouting for all of us. I remember I was even in school out of Ghana when he called that we were going to do Western music. I wasn't even sure I was going to be home by then, but he insisted that he's sure I'll be there. He called Ruben Marketing, the Stitos, who is handling the production, the Scrum Legend for the voice and sound production, and it's been a team. DJ Brusky, we are a whole team. We have the usher department, so it's growing and it's grown too because there was just the PR sector of it, and we had other people supporting. But now we have the marketing department where Ruben heads. We have the production where Kwame Legend. So we have that whole team and organization where everybody knows their role. So we often jovially and seriously at the same time say, no, listen, this is not your duty. This is mine. Don't overstep your boundary. We even, I mean, as part of it, we even fight, we come, we amend, and all that. So it's a whole organization that is growing.
In every good working environment, there is fight and there is work.
There should be. Right now, some people are not talking to some people, but I know by Saturday, everything will be resolved. It comes on every year, and it's been amazing. It's been amazing, and the whole team carrying the vision from the ground to now. We are not there yet, but then, I mean, the appreciable growth.
I see. But how about the region, the acceptance of the region beyond the musicians?
So we've introduced new categories: instrumentalist of the year, songwriter of the year. We've added Western regional diaspora artist of the year. We've added blogger and promoter of the year.
Oh, I see.
And these were as a result of the acceptance, the growth. So people are saying it can't just be the musicians because we are key stakeholders, like the bloggers, like the instrumentalists. We have the brass band. It's key in Western region. So they think if you're doing anything music, why do you take me out? So the acceptance grew to the extent that other categories had to be added to the whole scheme for it to appreciate other sectors as well. So we weren't even thinking about instrumentalists even in the initial stages, but it became prudent that we add them. And the acceptance is crazy. We have people who even refer us to organizations.
Wow.
So
to do what? To sponsor?
To sponsor. Some even tell them that if you want eyeballs in the region. So it was through this that I even got to know some of the marketing gurus, tricks in there. So they were telling them that, listen, these are people who have access to the middle class, who have disposable income, people who can, I mean, if you followed Western region showbiz and creative sector for a while, you dare not bail any event 50 cedis and above. You dare not. It's too expensive. It should be Uncle Bo White coming. It should be some other Accra or Kumasi based artist or organization coming to charge that. But we started with 100 cedis. I remember people were saying, are you people crazy? Western region. But it's possible. Now we are bailing the 5,000 for tables, and we've broken the glass ceiling. So people are able to start bail 2,000s for a table and more. So we've seen other DJs organize their events, and I mean, we can mention DJ Parkway, who is doing this all-white party, and he dare bails 1,000 cedis for table, 2,000, and we see that and we say, okay. So we are happy to be the channel through which this is happening.
Some of these things are all happening. But in terms of attendance, for the past 6 years, have you guys always been impressed?
Yes, we are overwhelmed. I could say that because we need a befitting event center for that. We don't have any befitting event center. Until then, we still resort to the Atlantic Hotel, and the furthest or the biggest you can go is 1,005. So with 1,005, we always have to get their small room in addition. The big room can occupy that much, so we get a small room in addition, and it becomes a fight. Yes, and even people sitting, it becomes a fight that no, I pay to be in the main auditorium, but you know our attendance time. We want to attend when everybody is seated and more. So they come, and some seats are reserved, but still they come.
Not comfortable with that.
That kind of. So the attendance always grows. The attendance it's been amazing with the support of Western region, Western region people, the Westerners, they have
now,
accepted
but has this translated into growth of the music industry in the region, from musicians, composition, marketing, and everything music business?
Yes, I keep making this example that I remember Nero X had a show in US, and he was billed together with a national artist, a nationally recognized artist, and they were to choose between him and that artist. And because he had won Western Music Awards, he was chosen over that person. I saw Aisam interview on TV, and when on national TV, when he was being interviewed, he displayed the awards in front of him. It gave him an introduction. So when he had won the Artist of the Year then, and they said, Aisam, Artist of the Year from the Western Music. So it gives them introduction. So it built on their portfolio. Not for anything. We've seen what he has done for Nero X with the example I gave and the Aisam introduction. We've seen Familia displaying his award in some of his Facebook Live and some of his interviews and more. And we've seen that it adds to their portfolio. What they do now is how to market it. We recognize and applaud your works in a review year. The rest is to you and your management team. You run with it because we help give you a recognition sort of for your work in that review year. So the rest is up to you. But then again, we've seen the growth. We've seen people like Familia. We've seen people like Sammy. We've seen Last Made. We've seen them. We've seen the growth from the Western Music Awards, and we are so proud of it.
I see. But beyond that, apart from those who have been breaking away, the few ones who are doing it there, are they also fighting for national recognition out of the Western Music Awards?
Yes. So like I mentioned, Sammy, we've seen churches. These are names. These are reality shows stars, and we've seen them making waves and trying to break through the national scene. We've seen the Aya Ramsey Bees. We've seen a couple of names. Some of them who have even come on your show before. So I dare say that yes, at least it's translating to something tangible.
Now I go to some places, some of these regional schemes, and there are some skirmishes between organizers and artists. In the Western region, are you guys exempted from that, or are you also solving your own issues one way or the other?
We have our fair share. we get our fair share every year. I see this until I stepped into this proper. I was just observing from afar, making contributions on radio as a pundit. I didn't really understand understand it really well till I stepped into it. So I have seen it this way, simplified this way. It's like students. When you get an A in an examination, I learn, Charlie, be me and more. I kill the paper, then I know the bed. But if you get an F, the teacher know they like me, cry. The teachers I know they step class. So when they do well, it's them. When they win award, they get nomination, it's them. It's their work. It's their music that had a national buzz, that had a regional buzz. That's why they were nominated. But if they don't get nomination, if they don't win award, the organizers, they don't like me. I'm sure they have issues with me. We don't have any special interest in this particular artist or more. It is what we are doing professionally. That's why, just for the records, this year we had 318 filing of nominations.
318?
That's the biggest we've had so far. 318.
In the Western region alone?
In the Western region alone. So it's always been 180, we went to 200s, but this year, because of the Excel sheets, we don't have to just count them. It just gives you the number, 318.
It's short to 318.
They are not too, they are not happy when, just like any other person, because you are grading their work. This is a work they've invested a lot of creativity, sleepless nights, a lot of research into it. And in their review year, this is what they've done, presenting it to you, and you tell them they don't qualify for nomination or they can't win an award for this. Nobody will be happy with this. So we understand it from that point. It comes with insults. It comes with, hard insult and soft insult. It comes with attacks. It comes with threats and all that. But year on and year on, we know that they appreciate. We see the growth. We see the appreciation they have for it. That's okay. I think I should have done this. I should have done that. So we are happy for everything that comes with it. We embrace it because when it's good, we take it.
Now let's zoom into this year. I know we just have some few days.
Yes.
And it will be Saturday, 20th August. What are the preparations done so far, and what should be the expectation of patrons who will be coming in for this year's event?
So we've done it for 6 years. So the growth is obviously evident. And again, per the review we get from people, the feedback we get from them, we believe that we've worked on it. So you see that translation when you come on Saturday, 20th August. And again, this year we have a headline sponsor, 610 Music, a California-based record label, and they have that experience, international experience coupled with local experience. So they help us streamline things. So it will also be evident on that day, the performances, the time we are starting, and everything from organization till when the MC says bye-bye or good night or good morning, whatever he will end with. So you will see it. You see the growth. It will be evident in it. We want to give them an experience, a real experience, a memorable one indeed, that when you come for Western Music Awards, you can't wait for the next Western Music Awards. And this year, having these international organizations coming on board, we know that we can only do better based on the experience we've had so far.
Now, in terms of sponsorship, was there a plan to sustain what you have this year, or it is a 1 year off thing and next year you have to start another search again?
No, with 610 Music, we signed a 3-year contract with them. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
So we signed a 3-year contract with them, and we are hoping.
How did you get them? How did you guys get them?
So it was through one of their guys, Mike. Mike has been an active participant of Western Music Awards. He's been observing us. He's been seeing what we do. And I think when 610 Music was coming to Ghana, and when they came to Ghana, and I mean, they're business people as well, wanting to know where to plug in to get the eyeballs, to get to grow with, an organization to grow with. They laid down the pros and cons of sponsoring this event versus other events. And I think ours towered over most of them. So Mike was extremely instrumental. And based on what we hear from them as well, they have also been following. They watched everything we've done, and they think it's commendable.
To put their money.
To put their money.
I see. So now let's go into the details. This year, what is the ticket? What time? Do we have details of who is emceeing? Because I've seen Miss G MC before.
Yeah,
I've
Miss
seen
G.
Kwame B MC before. What are the details this year?
And so this year, our MC is from Takoradi. It's called Papijo. Yes, Papijo is an astute showbiz person in the Western region, and we have red carpet hosts. We've announced them, Fegi and Sika Woman. They are also budding talent in the creative, the media industry. Yeah, we want to make sure we get talent from the Western region, because in as much as we are growing the artists, they should also grow other industry players as well. So yes, so our MCs most times we make sure we get them from Western region. And again, but we are open for any other person who we deem fit. So it's basically the direction that year and who we think wants to be. That's why you see Miss G and Kwame B. Kwame B is from the Western region as well. Yeah. So I mean, these are people we think based on the direction we can pick them and we can place them on.
I know one lady who was bugging me. She wants to MC Western music. I said, okay, Nana Kwesi will come in. Have you heard of Adusafwa?
Yes.
I don't know
but
if she's
does she have any roots?
I'm not too sure about that.
We can still talk. Miss G has no root from the Western region.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know if Miss G had even been to Western region.
I'm sure I posted one of your commercials, and the moment she saw it, she called me. Oh, Brother Sammy, I want to go and help in the MC. I said, oh, I don't have anything to do with it unless I ask the organizer. So
let's stay in touch. Let's stay in touch. I mean,
let's see what you can do. Now, rates this year. How is it like?
So
VIP,
we have the standard for 100 cedis, the VIP for 200 cedis, and we have tables. There's 3,000, there's 5,000, there's 1,000. So it comes with all its apex if you acquire a table. And we have the standard for 100 and 200. So we have the red carpet starting at 7 and the main event starting at 8.
And I think last year, was it last year that we closed a little late?
Yeah, I think 3 a.m.
We closed at 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Who do we blame? Or was it?
It was us. No, it was us. There are times, this was purely our doing. It was technical. And I think it was out of, let me say, negligence at a point, because we think you have done it. He thinks he has done it. So it was very technical. I learned it was plug. It was something to do with plug. They were looking for HDMI. They had that technical names, and they were looking for somebody.
With technical people.
Yeah. So
before you see someone has left something, and
so
everybody be running skeleton.
It was purely from our team. But there are times too. I can also blame us partly because we think, oh, people haven't come enough. Let's wait for. So as part of the discussion this year, we think it's very unfair for you to arrive at 8 p.m. and I sit home and come 10, and you're waiting for me who is coming at 10. So we want to start 8 p.m. 8 p.m. means 8 p.m. And there are other times too. I mean, let's blame ourselves for that because people haven't come enough. So
I've seen Shashamali. I've seen Keche.
Yes.
Do we have some special performers on the night?
Yeah, so we have a tribute performance for A.B. Crentel.
Oh, okay.
He is one of our Lifetime Achievement recipients, and unfortunately we had the news. So we have that tribute performance in his memory, and we have Mrs. Emmy Newman performing. Mrs. Emmy Newman and Shasha Mali. No. Okay. They have. So we have the new crop of artists performing A.B. Crentel. So you see some of the names there. They are not really coming to perform their songs. It's purely for the A.B. Crentel performance. And Mrs. Emmy Newman is a Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, but is going to perform. Shasha Mali is a Lifetime Achievement recipient, is also going to perform. We have Fameye, we have Keche, we have Nana Blue, we have Bobo Dadabi. Your man.
Bobo Dadabi. Energy God.
Yeah, your man. Yeah, so we have Crazy Flex, we have KDM. Okay. Yeah, a couple of them there.
Oh, KDM, the gospel artist there?
Yeah, KDM.
Yeah.
You've met him, yeah.
Yeah,
you were at his launch.
At his launch, wow. So you guys are doing so well.
We are due to the support you give us.
Yeah, I know. You guys are going places. Yeah. But has it been easy to have a link with the national awards organizers? That, okay, at least if someone wins the ultimate in the Western Music Awards, should there be a link to directly have a place for them in any of the nationally recognized awards?
It's a discussion that started. It's a discussion that not only Western Music Awards, the regional awards scheme. And I mean, big ups to Sammy, the Volta Music Awards organizer. He brought that. He's bringing us together. He's uniting us. So he brought up that conversation that, listen, let's speak to 3 Music Awards. Let's speak to VGMA. How are they able to bring us together on this stage, especially maybe our new artist of the year? Because relatively, most of the artists of the year are nationally recognized. In Western Music Awards, I can say that 90% are known in the national stage. Yeah. So we started our conversation, and let's see where it goes, because we want to do it with the 3 Music, the VGMAs, and see how and where we are pleased. But then again, with the 3 Music, for instance, I'm part of the academy in Western region, VGMA as well, part of the academy. We voted several times in Takoradi and more. So this is a conversation, there's a fluid discussion we want to have with them and see how it ends. But it's to their...
What do you see in the future in that direction? Are they looking like they want to play ball with you guys?
We've not officially sat down with them. It's just like, oh, I speak with this guy, oh, he tell me, say this, so I speak. So we are picking pockets of information from Cortes. But then again, I think it behoves on us. We as regional organizers, we should be too good, we can't be ignored. So if we are doing Western Music Awards and everybody's talking about Western Music Awards, knowing that this is the quality, this is the excellence that goes into it, they would have no other option. Because they want the eyeballs, they want the lips, they want the ears for their scheme. And if you're talking about it and there's no Western Music Awards in there, so that's the next phase of Western music. Our direction is, yes, in as much as we are having that conversation, we are making sure that we are also doing our homework well, that we are too good, we can be ignored.
Beyond the people who live in Takoradi, when it is time for the awards, do we have some people coming from outside?
Yourself,
Me, I'm a standby.
You're a staunch,
I'm a standby person.
Yeah. So we have
people.
We have key people. Yes. We extend invitation to a number of people like yourself, Dr. Pounds, George Britton, and Auntie Paulina, Paulina Odro. She also has a way of bringing the industry persons there. So she's brought Kobina, she's brought Uta. Was it Uta Kobe?
Yeah,
or
Uta
free?
Kobe,
Yeah,
no, Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
That's Kobe.
Uta Kobe, Nikki Simona. I mean, she's always bringing people. So with her, she has a way of bringing that set, we also have a way of extending to the industry players. So we don't just leave it to the neighborhood of Western region. We want to make sure that other key stakeholders are also in there.
Now, as part of the organization team, what is your greatest wish for musicians in the region?
To be internationally known, not just Western. Because typically, if you have an internationally known artist, and say, let me give a typical example. If Last Minute is doing very well, Kofi Kenata is doing very well, if we have them hitting that peak like Burna Boy, like Wizkid, it brings attention and glory to the Western region. By extension, Western Music Awards. That even in profiling and listing them, Western Music Award will be listed somewhere. So aside that to the region at large, we want to make sure that we are able to produce the quality, the best musicians, and the brag tag always goes, the best come from the West. We want to leave it. Want to leave to that brag tag. It shouldn't just be just saying the best come from the West. It should be evident enough. It should translate into tangibles.
I've been asking this particular question, I've been putting it to people who come from the West, especially musicians. What happened to the West Side legacy? You guys had something like that going.
Remarkable. Something remarkable.
You guys had something like that going.
I was privileged to be the PR of West Side Legacy, and it's one of the things I really cherish a lot. It brought us together. People think my clouds gave the West Side Legacy this. It went beyond. It should have gone beyond any person. I think in the structuring, that's the mistake we did. We built it around people. It should have been self-sustaining without the influence of anybody. So that is where the ownership came in. That is where people would want to say, I brought it. So with Western Music Awards, for example, what we want to do and what we keep trumpeting is, we just happen to be the channel to do this. It's for the Western region because we don't want anybody to own. And Pabin is the brain behind it, everything. But all the time, if you hear him, he always echoes that I'm not the one. I'm just happen to be the channel. It's for Western region. So we get to a time, we would have to leave it for the next generation to continue. And we have a plan. It's 6 years, maybe, who knows, 10 years, maybe 8 years. We would have to lay down our tools. And so we are having that succession plan. We have people who are also assisting, making ready to take up the mantle. So that is where I think we didn't do well. So Ampabin was also part of the Western Legacy, and there's a new face of it, and he is frontlining it. And I think based on that, that experience, we've seen that it should be beyond any other person. But it was around people. So if this person is not there, and I mean, like I'm saying, it comes with nuances. You will post about an artist, and you post about another artist, but artist A might have more reach, more following than the artist B. So that is what people see. That artist A, when he posted, they had about 60 likes. Artist B, when he posted, they had like 6 likes. Oh, you are using the platform of West Side to promote just artist A.
Because I think I've heard that complaint before.
And
you guys were using it just to promote just a few people.
If you go on the page, this is a very unfair statement to make. If you go on the West Side Legacy page, if you go on individual pages, everybody was promoting all other artists. But you know that one artist will get more shares, more following, more engagement about their posts. I'm sure with your content, you know, there are some people you post, the views are less, some are more. And people, it's unfair to make that statement. These things are verifiable. You just go on the page, you go on individual pages to check. Or is he just posting about this artist A or artist B? So if you make that critical analysis, that's where you get to appreciate that, oh, okay. And if you understand the showbiz, the pros and all these things that comes with it, you understand that, oh, okay, this is what happens, this is it. So West Side Legacy, I think it's one of the greatest things that came from Western creative arts. It brought us together.
And you guys killed it.
But there's a new face to it. Let's see how it goes. But I mean, I have gladly resigned for somebody to also take.
You have resigned?
Oh, yeah.
Because of?
They think, I think they didn't understand what we were doing. Because I speak for
Now that you
Kenata.
have resigned and there are new people, will they be able to hold the mantle very well?
They are. We have more competent persons than I am. More of them. So I don't know if there was. I speak for Kofi Kenata's PRO, and they are thinking, okay, in West Side Legacy, what do you have to wear jersey? you are doing this. Why do you have to? So the same thing that Debbie suffered, I also came to bear that cross as well. So it became like, okay, why this? You are promoting this person. But then again, I think there was something maybe they didn't pay attention to. That is where you know that you have an expertise in promotion. So let me also, this year or this time of my life, dedicate it to this person. Because we are not omnipotent. We can't do it all. There's something you can do. Even when Jesus came on earth, there were things he could do, things he couldn't do as a human being. So as a human being, you know what you can do. That's my expertise. Our brother has left a record label going solo. How can I also help? If you take it or leave it, this is our biggest export in here. So how do I also contribute? Because this is a season where he needs help. I mean, put it aside that he has his name there. But then again, you know the industry. There are a couple of people, until these beefs came, we didn't even know that some people had the name. They didn't even have places they stay. They were begging for rent and all. So these are some of the things. So you will hear the beef and you say, oh, really? Until you made it, we thought all the time you come on TV, it was glamorous. So you know that your brother leaving a record label, how do we support? This is what to do. You also pick an artist. This person also pick an artist. So at the end of the day, you know that all of us have some persons we are contributing our expertise, our other time and other talent to. So I don't know, but I thought it wasn't for me.
And you have confidence to come back?
Definitely. Anything Western region, I'm very confident in. Anything Western region. Because I know the personnel we have, I know the people we have. These are very dedicated people. They are one of the brightest people I've met on earth. So anything Western region,
you have
throw it under the sea, it will come up.
How about some artists who kind of start feeling they've grown beyond the award scheme? Because I know as it stands now, I've heard Kofi Kinata is not being nominated because he thinks like, don't nominate me.
No, Kofi had a special case. No, he didn't make mention of going beyond.
Okay.
I think he wanted to excuse himself. That's what he said.
Because of what?
I would want to speak to him to know. He wanted to excuse.
You are his PR. So
no, I mean this seat as PR for Western Music Awards.
Hey,
I know, Charlie. So he wanted to excuse himself for
excuse himself.
Yes, from the awards scheme.
It's part of the ambassadors of the region. So what does
but
he mean
I don't know, and if Kofi sponsor, I don't know if he heard.
No,
he sponsored 4 categories.
Yes, I know.
And with 1,000 CDs each, giving Beats by Dre to the producer
winners,
of the year and DJ of the year. And this is remarkable. So that is probably the growth. So I said that part that, okay, let me come into sponsor. He's a sponsor. There are times we consult him on what to do. There are times he can speak to an artist for us because of the friendship they have and more. So he is solidly behind us. Not for the fact that he's in US with the summer tour. He would have been there. Okay. He's always there. When he's not performing, he's gracing the occasion with his presence. When he's not even present, he's gracing it with his money and other resources to sponsor. So not involved directly, but as a sponsor. That I think is even a big deal. Because it was at a point where there was call for additions to just a plaque. And that was a day we announced that, and people even didn't pay attention to the fact that it was just 4 categories and other 2, that's 6 out of the 26. So it became remarkable. And I think, yes, it is a big deal knowing his support from that side. All
right, so this year, is he doing something?
This year, he's in USA, and the time difference, you send him a message, now you better the next day. So yeah, we are still in talk. Whenever he makes anything public.
I see. There is a big announcement we have to make.
Yes.
I linked up with your CEO, that's Ampabin, and Ampabin said, because Sammy Flex TV, we have been part of the scheme over the years. There should be something we will also do remarkable to support the scheme. And we said, okay, no problem. We have a music video production firm.
Solid.
So this particular year, we want to come and at least sponsor 1 category with a music video. So as it stands now, he suggested that, it's a big one. It's a big one.
So free video, music video for
for a category. But he suggested that we do it for the new artist of the year. And I don't know which nominees are there.
Yeah, the new artist of the year. We have a couple of people in there. We have Mike Ford. We have Ruth Akajesi, she's a gospel artist.
Okay.
We have Moje. We have Janaya X. We have Success One. We have This Way, Amwaku Bello, and we have Yao Jazz. So these are the
How many
people.
of them?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 artists.
So it means 80 people fell for that category.
Exactly.
80. So we take
okay.
10, we take 10% of the total filing in a category.
Oh, okay.
So
in every category, you take 10%.
of the total. So if you
Wow.
see, so if you see 5, it means 50.
50 people.
Yes, 6. So 8 means 80 people.
I like this wisdom. So you don't have any benchmark like
No,
that
no,
where you
it's
say
10%.
it is 5 or 6
Yeah,
for
it's
category.
10%.
Oh, okay. I see. So if it is just 20 people, it will
Two.
just be 2.
Two.
Then it ends there.
Two.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is something that I'm sure some award scheme can also learn.
Adopt, yeah.
Because I know some award scheme, they are not too sure of their
Number
sometimes
of-
it is
yeah,
up, sometimes it is
yeah.
down.
Yeah, so we
It
take
is-
10%.
I understand. Okay, so these 8 guys, I don't know who is going to be the lucky one to become the beneficiary of the music video that Flex Entertainment, aka Sammy Flex TV, will be doing for that person. And the person should know that right after the event, the next day, we are shooting this video.
So I can imagine. We
Yes.
close like 2 a.m. and you have sunken eyes.
Yes.
Then they should wear shades.
Oh, no, they
They
shouldn't
should
bother.
wear-
We can give them to like late afternoon. That
To
is,
shoot, yeah.
It is not giddy like that.
Yeah.
Because when the person is announced, we now have to take a song from the person,
To
listen to the song, get suitable locations, and the person would also get some free time to go prepare some 1 or 2 costumes.
So
So
the
if
new
you are in the
artist-
category,
The new artist of the year category.
exactly, if you're in the category and you don't have any ready-made song going for
Ochana
a
Kayata.
music video shoot,
Ochana.
you have to
Yeah.
just look for it now. Like, just prepare. It could be anybody.
It could be anybody. The winner in there will get a chance to.
Okay, I know some award schemes, they have some voting platforms
yeah.
that you know, okay, this person is leading, that person is leading. In WMA, is it like
Yes,
that?
yes. We have voting platform. The short codes are out right now. They are voting. So
Okay.
we, at the end of it, get 60% from the board and academy and 40% from the voting. It used to be the other way around. 60 for the public, 40 for the board. And after every Western Music Awards, we go around key stakeholders, ask them review and feedback. And
Okay.
as if it was a chorus, all of them said we should give the 60 to the board and the academy and the 40 to either than that will become a popularity.
Okay.
So the board has 60%, the public has 40.
I see. So are you able to see what you're doing
Yes,
in
yes,
the performance?
we able to see the
Oh,
dashboard.
you are able,
Yeah,
but
we're able
not
to
the
see
public.
that. Again, it was public. So when it was public, it was public. When you vote, you go and see it. And they had forgotten or they weren't considering the fact that they had 40%. So what you see on the dashboard is just 40%, the academy and the board. So at the end of the day, they come with the confusion that we won
I
here.
was leading.
I was leading.
So how come I did not win?
So the stakeholders also said that not even BET, not even VGMA, they don't show
They
it.
make
So
it
just
public.
keep it.
Clear.
Let for people to know that this persons and all that. So we are happy to make it as transparent.
Well,
as
so
possible.
guys, all is set for Saturday, 20th August 2022. That is the WMA Western Music Award sponsored by 610 Music. And it's going to be a good day. And the big surprise is that we've announced there will be a free music video shoot for the winner of the category New Artist of the Year. So if you are there and you happen to chance on this video, if you know someone who was nominated in that category, tell him or her to, first of all, increase his prayers, do whatever he can do. Part of the scheme coming to Takoradi almost and any time that the scheme is on. So why not? Let me also do this to keep my legacy
Thank you so
as the
much.
Westside
Thank
legacy
you so
says.
much.
So now we will listen to you finally before we run away from here.
And finally, we want to express our appreciation to you for always being there, unless we don't knock on your door.
I know.
So we are so grateful. We can't pay you enough. we want to. We are saving.
Save it,
We are
save it.
saving.
Pile up
We are
everything.
saving. And again, big thank you to 610 Music, our headline sponsors, for coming on board. We believe that this will be the beginning of friendship, forever friendship. That will be very beneficial to both parties. And the people of Western Region, especially the artists, the fans, the media, they are always supporting.
They have also been very
We are
supportive.
very
Yeah.
instrumental. So we would want to. This year, the tagline is celebrating our music.
Celebrating our
And
music.
so, on behalf of the entire team, led by Empower and our board chairman, JM Caesar, they've been very instrumental, guide us, help us in line where need be, and the team at Westline Entertainment, they've been very great. So, it's thank you. So this Saturday, 20th August, we are celebrating our music. We have performance, mind-blowing performances, tribute performance, and more. So see you at the Best Western Plus Atlantic Hotel, 7 p.m. red carpet, 8 main event.
All right, so Takoradi, Yeba.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to speak fancy. In fact, Yembo Lata Yeba.
Yes, sir.
Yembo Lata Yeba. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Meet us in Takoradi. Let's have a conversation and let's have a vibe. My name is Sammy Flex. Special thanks to Nana Kwesi for coming through. I know he's a busy guy, but he had to cut short some things to pass through for us to do this. To Digital Rasta Currency on camera, Richie Flex, who is the editor, director of the show, and to Emmanuel Forwilapiji as our producer. Until we meet again, stay safe until we have that award scheme in our region. See you soon.